Give me fuel, give me fire, give me double shot of time.
The 1 Mile New Hampshire International Speedway in Loudon, a flat, narrow, and challenging track for the stars of the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. After 26 races this season, the points race is compelling and competitive. Just 3,993 miles remain in the race for the championship, and the team that wins it might need to score a perfect 10. With the points battle as close as it is, it's no longer about racing, it's about winning. And amongst a field of 43 hungry drivers, the heat is sure to rise in mid-September. It's time to go trackside with MRN for the command in the starting lineup for today's running of the New Hampshire 300.
Start your engines.
Well, here's the starting lineup.
In the front row are the Dale Jr. Chevrolet and the 125 car. In the second row are the Valvoline Pontiac and the 133 car. Starting the race from row 3 are the 63 car and the Lowe Chevrolet. The fourth row has the Avalon Ford and the Caterpillar Dodge. Starting the race from row 5 will be the Sirius Satellite Radio Dodge and the Ganassi Racing Dodge. In row 6 we have the DuPont Chevrolet and the Interstate Batteries Pontiac. Starting from row 7 will be the Singular Wireless Chevrolet and the 16 car. Dale Jarrett, the NASCAR Winston Cup points leader, will start towards the front. And in row 9 are the Team Rusty Ford and the Dodge dealers UAW Dodge. Starting in row 10 will be the 21 car and the Tide Ford. In row 11 are the Mark Martin Ford and the 41 car. In row 12 are the 46 car and the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet. Row 13 finds the 36 car and the Home Depot Pontiac. The 14th row has the Rubbermaid Ford and the Kellogg Chevrolet. In row 15 are the DeWalt Power Tools Ford and the Kodak Chevrolet. Starting the race from row 16 are the Sprint Dodge and the America Online Chevrolet. Row 17 has the 9 car and the GM Goodrich Service Plus Chevrolet. Starting in row 18 will be the Citgo Ford and the Square D Chevrolet. In row 19 are the 143 car and the 26 car. In row 20 are the 98 car and the UAW Delphi Chevrolet. Back in row 21, we have the 27 car and the Pennzoil Chevrolet. And rounding out the field is the 131 car.
Well, there you have it, guys. There is the starting lineup for the New Hampshire 300 here at Loudon. Let's go ahead and get this race underway as Dale Earnhardt Jr. will lead them to the line. Green flag. Already making aggressive moves in turn 1 as we get to the inside of Dale Jarrett. 3 wide going into turns 3 and 4. Look at Jarrett making a big move through the middle as we go diving it down into turns 3. Ooh, little contact with Robbie Gordon. As we're still 3 wide, little loose off the turn. Dale Jarrett's now moving up to the outside. I'm going to take it a little bit easy. Oh man, contact with Casey Atwood. Casey Atwood just kind of came down on us there. We were already there to his inside, but to his defense, he did have someone on the outside, so that made things a little bit tough for him. Here comes Ward Burton looking to our inside. Couldn't quite get there. Oh boy, we got really loose off of the turn that time. And we have actually just cracked the top 10. Now this is where we're going to get most of our positions. We have to get it on the starts and restarts because this is where the field is stacked up. We can take advantage of them until they get up to speed, until we start to lose grip due to worn tires. Especially with this low downforce package, that's going to make the later parts of the race very challenging. We are trying to work to the inside of, oh gosh, tried to work our way to the inside of Sterling Marlin. We got into him there. Got him sideways, but he was trying to make a move on Bobby Labonte while I was making a move to his inside. Got a little damage on our front right, but we should be okay. Oh gosh, yeah, we're really loose off. Okay, tire wear already start to play an effect a little bit here. Here comes Rusty Wallace. Rusty Wallace, last week's controversial winner. We'll talk later. We'll talk more about that later in the race as we got really loose going into turns 3 and 4 that time. Got down in the 3rd gear. We're racing side by side with Johnny Benson. Okay, up to 6. We may be able to crack the top 5. It's just going to depend. Okay, Johnny Benson did not get a good run off that turn that time. That's going to help us going down into turns 3 and 4. Here comes Dale Jarrett. Jarrett moving up through the field quite a bit. I think Dale Earnhardt Jr. is in second. Oh, wow. Got to be real careful about that. Oh, I didn't get into that turn good enough. That's going to allow Dale Jarrett to get to our inside. So is Sterling Marlin. Ooh, he gave us a little tap. Got us sideways, but we managed to hold on to it. Yeah. So we've dropped back to 7th. I don't know that we can. I don't know that we can catch up to Dale Jarrett. He's just really fast, and with us getting this loose off the turn, it's going to hurt us in the long run. Okay, yeah, see, we're just really loose. I'm trying not to spin the car out. Okay, oh man, I overdrove that. I really overdrove that. Okay, that's okay. We kept it off the wall. We didn't get into anyone. So we just have to be a little bit more cautious about that as we work to the inside of Mark Martin and Rusty Wallace. Trying to make it 3 wide, can't quite get there. So we worked our way back up into the top 10. Boy, here comes Ryan Newman trying to make a move in the middle. Mark Martin closed the door on him. Oh boy, nah, haven't quite got around him yet. Still racing side by side. They just have the momentum coming off the turn. I have it going in, but they have the momentum coming off the turn. Sometimes I'll get it a good run off, like I did there. But as long as we don't have that acceleration. Ooh, Mark Martin dived it to the outside. He really tried to make that outside lane work, and somehow he does. He's holding pace with, he was holding pace with Ryan Newman. He was just going to back out of that there. Tony Stewart trying to make his way up into the top 10. Ooh, little tap to Ryan Newman. Ooh, boy. Spotter was kind of happy with us there. So he got loose into the turn that time. This is that low downforce package, man. This really makes the race. It gives us speed, but golly, are we loose. So it looks like we may be settling right now. We may get a couple more positions, but pit stops are going to be coming up shortly. We're trying to work our way to the inside of... Not sure who this is. This is one of the rookies. We do get around him. No, not quite. He's battling back on the outside. Yeah, we just don't have the acceleration off the turn. And if we can't get the acceleration off the corner, then it's just... It's not going to be... We're not going to get up there as much as we probably could have. But anyway, I mentioned something earlier. I mentioned the controversial finish. If you follow us on Twitter, then you'll know something about that. But this has to do with the race last week. If you were tuning in, we actually we finished second. At least that's what the scoreboard told us, is that we finished second. And I actually got a message. I actually got a message on Facebook that said, you didn't finish second. Now, when I do these races, I typically do them without my glasses on, because I usually record them really early in the morning, like 5 a.m. sometimes. So when I was recording, when I looked at it, it looked like Rusty just beat me on the outside. But then when I really, I paused it right before we got to the line, and we beat him. We did. We definitely beat him to the line. There's more information like that on our website. There's a quick, brief explanation, and you can kind of see where you see the point. You see where we beat Rusty Wallace to the line. We should have had that win, but I guess, I don't know, game glitch or whatever. It was too close to tell for some reason, so we just it said we finished second. I'm not too upset about that, because second place is still very respectable, but at the same time, it's kind of sucks that we didn't get. It kind of sucks that we didn't get the win when we should have. See, our tires are really worn there. Coming down pit road. We could repair it. We could get away with not repairing damage, but I don't want to take any chances, so we're going to go ahead and repair the damage while we're on pit road. We have a decent pit crew as long as they don't make a mistake. There goes Ron Hornaday leaving pit road. Yep, there's our Rockwell Automation Chevy with team RCR. I mean, if I'm going to pick any team, it's going to be RCR. That's just the nature of it. I mean, come on. Why would you not go with Richard Childress Racing? The only other team I would have probably gotten with would be Hendrick. I would have loved to race with Hendrick as well. Oh boy. All right. Gotta calm down a little bit here. The tires aren't worn anymore, so we have to enter the corners a little bit differently. Okay, we're one lap down. Leaders have not pitted yet. So we should be moving up through the field. Now, the field is much more spread out now. So this means that we're not going to make up the time that we were making up before. We may gain a couple positions back, but we're not going to make up the time that we were making up before. Simply because the field is more spread out, I can't take advantage of the fact that these guys are bunched up and really be able to dive bomb in the corners and make up some spots and be real aggressive. But that's just not going to happen with the field spread out like this. We're pretty much where we are now. We're kind of relegated to where we are now. We're probably okay. Top 15 looks more likely, especially with this low downforce package. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, I really would have liked to have that win. I felt like that was $1 million bonus that we were kind of robbed out of, as well as a race win. It would have been really awesome to get our first win for RCR in this car, our first race with RCR, and get a win. It would have been great. It would have been awesome. But we are doing really well. We did really well. Second place is nothing to be ashamed of. It's just it's just one of those things. Yeah, we got about. Yeah, oh boy, there's that loose off thing again. But the car is just loose. If I'm being honest, the car is kind of loose everywhere, and I just have to be really, really careful. As you see, we kind of push up in the center there, but that's okay. I'm not too concerned about that. It's rare that people will dive bomb it down below you. It will happen. It's just rare that it will happen. As we're trying to catch up with this, I think this is the 133 car up ahead of us, but somebody is closing in really quick, and that looks like Sterling Marlin. Now, Sterling Marlin is on fresher tires, so if he catches it, which he has, so we're not going to be able to hold him off. We're not going to be able to hold him off. He's going to go to our inside probably pretty quick. Yeah, see, there's nothing we can do there. He's got those fresh tires, and there's no holding him off. Yeah, we might be able to catch up to the 133. I'm not entirely sure that we can, but, you know, top 15, that's well within our objective. That is well within our sponsor objective. Qualified within the top 25, finished within the top 20, average finish in the top 25, 25th in earnings, I think, which I think I'm well above. You know, it's $600,000 a race, man. I mean, come on. So the only thing is, I know what the race next week is, and that's going to be a thing, but we'll talk more about that later. We're getting to a kind of a good battle with the 133. So our tires are really starting to wear now. Well, we're up to 13th. We're going to see if we can get another position out of this car. I'm not sure that we can. I just have to be real careful and real patient. 5 laps to go. Yeah, tires are really starting to play a factor now. Yeah, wow. Gotta be careful, though. Yeah, it looks like we might be able to get another position if we keep gaining on these guys, because they're being held up by lap traffic. So we might be able to get a few more positions, at least one. Halfway on fuel, but that's not a concern. I am curious as to how long I actually could have made it on fuel, but I didn't want to take any chances. Tires are really, really key here. And while we did have a chance to win the last race with the tire fall off, it's just not. Even if we had stayed out, I didn't want to take that chance again. Because the last time we were here, we stayed out for a long time. And tried to use strategy to try to get us up there. But with the tire fall off, the leaders just caught right back up to us and passed us. It was it was still a top 10 finish, but still. I've got better equipment now. The tire wear still not that great, but you know, it is what it is. All right, going to inside of these looks like lapped cars. A little contact with Casey Kane, but that's okay. We're trying to catch up to. It looks like Kevin Harvick in front of us. Now Kevin Harvick is our teammate, so we got to be a little bit nicer to him. There's Casey Atwood. We made big contact with earlier on in the race. Yep, that's Kevin Harvick up ahead of us. White flag's in the air for the leader. And this is the white flag for us. We're going to try to get to the inside of Kevin Harvick. We dive to the inside of him and pull off a great slide job.
Oh, how did he pull that off? That's a teammate.
Yeah, that was a teammate, though. We shouldn't do that to a teammate, but we still got a little bit of a chip on our shoulder for Harvick, but at least in this race anyway. So somebody's just won this race, and we're going to come home 12th. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. wins. How about that?
It was all green flag racing in this one.
Whoa, that doesn't happen very often. It makes you pay a whole lot more for any mistakes. You don't have the cushion of yellow flags to get caught up.
The 21 car really did a fantastic job keeping his car away from trouble all race long.
Yeah, you never quite know what's going to happen in these NASCAR Winston Cup races. When you finish a race and your car still looks brand new, you've done one heck of a job as a driver.
Unfortunately, we're out of time for now. Thanks for joining us. Next up is Dover.
Alright guys, so here are the race results for the New Hampshire 300 here at New Hampshire International Speedway. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is your race winner. He finishes ahead of the points leader, Dale Jarrett. So it's going to be interesting to see how this shakes out after we go to the point standings. Tony Stewart finishes 3rd, Jimmy Johnson in 4th, Ricky Rudd in 5th, 6th is Rusty Wallace, 7th is Jeff Gordon, 8th is Ryan Newman, 9th is Mark Martin, and rounding out the top 10 is Sterling Marlin. And here are the rest of the race results where you can pick out your favorite driver. As you see, we finished 12th. Winner's purse for $204,000. No cautions, 2 lead changes. Time of race 15:19. Average speed of 124 miles per hour. And the margin of victory around 6.6 seconds. Not a lot of... We moved up a few spots, but there wasn't probably a lot of passing. This isn't a real high-paying race, so... yeah, some cars finishing a lap down here. And Robbie Gordon, 43rd in last place. Oh, he went out of the race on lap 3. That might explain some things. Okay. But let's see how many cars finished on the lead lap. Looks like 25 cars finished on the lead lap. Okay, guys, so here are the point standings. As you can see, we are still 21st. We might be able to get into the top 20 this year, but I don't see us getting any better than that. I feel like Jimmy Spencer is pretty solidified in 19th. So we may be able to get into the top 20. We just have to see how the races go from there on. Let's see. Here are the top. Okay. So Dale Jarrett is still the points leader. He is 18 points ahead of Dale Earnhardt Jr. Dale Earnhardt Jr. just needs a few other good races like that, and he can pull off something. Jeff Gordon is in 3rd, 250 points back, and Mark Martin's in 4th, 259 points back. And let's go to the awards for the week. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is the pole winner. He also led the most laps of the race. Tony Stewart moved up the most spots. Yes, he did, because I know he started quite a, not in the back, but he moved up quite a few spots. Dale Earnhardt Jr. with the fastest lap of the race. Peter Cook is the rookie of the race, and the most exciting pass of the race goes to Ryan Newman. Still, like I said, debatable. Ron Hornaday still running away with the points for the Rookie of the Year. Let's see, Jackpot 5. No winner at Richmond. Like I said, we have Talladega, so maybe we can do something there. And yeah, that's about it for that. Yeah. So, this next race. Well, let's talk about this race first. This race was good. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I know what the Cup guys are kind of dealing with now. Because this is a low downforce package. Yes, we have speed. But man, the cars are freaking handful at times. Like, there's times where, like, we come off the turn, we're just pointed at pit road wall at New Hampshire. So, but yeah, the cars a handful at times, and it's fun. It's really fun. It's just, man. I like the speed in it, though. I like the speed, so I can't complain too much. I just have to be a little bit careful getting off the turn. And that hurt us a little bit in during the middle of the run because, you know, we're trying to pass people and we can't get the speed off the turn because we're spinning out. We got to get out, let off the gas, correct ourselves and everything. So, yeah, you gotta deal with that. So, we'll have to figure out something to help combat that and everything. But yeah, I know what the Cup guys are dealing with, man. It's rough. But yeah, the 21 Richard Childress Racing. Man, I have teammates now. That's so weird. The 21 Richard Childress Racing car was really good. The Rockwell Automation car. Guys, this next race. I didn't know what to say for a second there. Just this next race. So we'll just have to see how it goes. It's Dover. We know we know the deal. We know the deal with Dover. So we'll just have to see how that goes. Don't know if this is going to be a simmed race or not. But the thing is, I know if I sim the race, I won't get any money for it or anything. I mean, I'll get like race money, but I'm not going to get any sponsor objective for it or anything like that. And I don't know. We'll just have to see how it is going in. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the race. It was fun for me, good challenge for me and everything like that. So I really thoroughly enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Thank you for tuning in to McBlam Racing on McBlam Entertainment, where we try to bring a little enjoyment to your day every day. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoy these races, I do them every Sunday following the NASCAR season, and I will see you maybe at Dover.